Greetings, Keishalines. Keisha Prime here with my live reaction of Attack on Titan, Chapter 130. Okay, where it left off, we've got the Muppet Titan with Falco. I call it the Muppet Titan because, I mean, that one of the first views of it, it looked like a Muppet to me. We had McGrath and Shadis's sacrificial death for, the young, and allowing them to escape on the ship and blowing up the ship that would easily overtake it. And they've got the plane, and it's just people are slowly being killed off and or injured. I mean, some of them are the Titan shifters, so that they'll heal given enough time and everything. But yeah, I think McGrath mentioned somewhere that it would take like 4 days to like trample the planet, and that is a weird estimation, But yeah, so I'm wondering exactly how this is going to go. Are we going to have like some kind of weird intercepting party on the ocean? Are we just going to go straight to Marley, or what? But anyway, let's see here. Check. And of course a bug has to bother me. I think it's a full-grown fly this time. Lovely. Yep, it's a fly. Let's see here. Who is that? I can't tell who that is. They're too shadowed on their faces, but you got Jean and what looks like Mikasa holding them back. The route was decided by McGrath and I. There really isn't any other option. Also, this is really crappy scans, I have to say. Like, it is smaller images and everything. Yeah. But anyway, let's see here. Saving Levero. Oh, I think that's Annie. Okay. Saving Levero is no longer possible. And here comes Reiner. Kind of propping himself up in the door. And then there's Gabby and Peck. And they're all just thinking of their various family members that are likely to already be dead by this point, if not by the time they get there. So then there is no point in me staying here. I'm getting off. What? Yeah, that's present day. Yeah. Let's see here. Even if I stop and stand my ground right now, Marley and Levero's destruction is inevitable. McGrath knew about this, but he just risked his own life just to save you. He didn't risk it. He straight up died. Risking is like you get injured or you nearly die, or like you do something very scary and somehow make it out. He straight up sacrificed himself to give you this opportunity, so don't waste it. But that is not necessarily risking your life in my book. That is straight up paying the toll. It isn't for Levero nor Marley. It is to save the lives of people you don't even know, and he entrusted us with this. Going back to my first question, can you kill Eren? If I try to kill Eren, can you still stand? She must be talking to Mikasa. Now, I don't want to fight. You and I don't want to kill him. What? Not even with you guys. Not even with Eren. There's Armin being held up by Connie, and he is healing, so that's good. Okay. Damn, fly. I'm sorry, I can't. I tried to kill this motherfucker like all afternoon yesterday. Wasn't doing it. I'll try and kill it later. But let's see here. So the boat's still going. There's a seagull following them. Watch it have a spy camera on it or some shit. Bug, go away. Where does it start? Back then? God damn. This is going to be my worst reaction ever because of my little friend. Back then? Okay, that was back when they were kids and they were carrying firewood and such. No, doesn't matter. Oh, and then there's that weird, like, vision thing that he had. Even if it was all decided at the very beginning. Or no, wait, that was when Historia became queen. I wanted this. Everything that happened is... Eren, the way to save the world in Eldia is to follow the euthanasia. Combining wine with spinal fluid was only reserved to hire soldiers who restricted reform. Zeke believes in you. I do too. This is coming from Yolanda. During the flashbacks and everything. I'll follow Zeke's plan, but I will only pretend to follow you. Same with you. Pretend to follow. That's what we do. The MPSs, or shouldn't that just be the military police? I guess they didn't have enough, like, room, but are planning to feed you to Zeke, who arrived on this island. Fighting against these bastards or escape from here immediately. I'm not here just to take care of cows. Fly? Go away. Give me a few pages. I know that. I don't have to run or hide. If there's a way for the island to survive, I will agree with it. There's no other way. But Eren, you protected me, and everyone took action. That's enough for me. Pretty sure that's Historia. I'm still wondering, is he the baby? His daddy? If he's not, I'll be surprised. But who's to say? Anyway. Even if you're fine with it, I'm not. What? I'll destroy the world. And now we're back with Flock here. All in it. I touched it. I almost got him. All enemies in this world without leaving a single one of them alive. That's wrong. Stop people at... Why is this mostly just fucking flashback? Like, I guess it's probably trying to, like, ramp up things because, like, this is to give you the full motivations and one final stint for the last few chapters and the climax of the series, I'm guessing, but it's still annoying. That's wrong. Some people outside this island are completely innocent, just like your mother. There are people who will be unaware of their fate and death. I know. But I am completely aware of this fly. But the only option to eradicate this ongoing hatred is to eradicate the hatred outside this island for good. Historia. For you to bear a child and become a sacrifice, the cycle of letting children eat royals. I won't let that happen at all costs. If, Eren, you don't stop this, we will live in guilt for our crimes. If you can't stand the guilt, I'll manipulate your memories using the power of the Founding Titan. But if you stay still, you can do it. So he's gonna just, good lord. Wait, what did I miss? You saved me. I got saved by the worst girl in the world. Headaches. Okay, and now his time with Zeke as or no, wait. Yes. His specific side effects for Ackermans. I don't think Titan Shifters or Mr. Cassavers ever had it. Records say that when the instincts of a Ackerman are stimulated, the host activates its senses. In the habit of protecting the host, do you think that's even possible? What? I swear, parts of this series just go so damn far off the rails for me because, like, they won't mention these things. Like, I know what they're talking about, but, like, the specifics of it are always been muddled for me. Mikasa, that Ackerman girl, I want you to know the true nature of your favorite, don't you? I think Mikasa's feelings have no unavoidable reasons. Her feelings are to point where she is willing to go through the same hell with you in killing those titans. She just loves you. Then, Eren. So, what are you going to say to her? What are you talking about? For now, at least, I can only live for 4 years. How about I bear a child? Up. So that's kind of confirming that he is the baby daddy then. And he's going to basically transplant his memories into the baby, isn't he? And live on and become a monster. It's like, ha ha ha, I am the ultimate power in this world. I am God. I have come back from death. But anyway. And there's him cutting his leg off. Interesting. And even if I die, their lives will continue. I hope it continues. And he's shoving, what is that, a bullet or something else into his eye now. Oh, that's how he injured himself to make himself look like a returning soldier. Okay. So yeah. Continue to live peaceful lives. There he was on the ship, or the airship, and then there's back when they were younger and everyone's like happy sitting at the table together. And there's that damn seagull. Double spreads are nice. The quality's kind of still bad, but the double spreads are nice. That is a lot of ships. But whose ships? Allied Nation Fleet. We have the largest cannons on the planet, all gathered here. Humanity's hopes are aiming towards the same goals. This massive fleet cannot be stopped. If we cannot stop this, humanity will cease to exist. Okay, so they're going to try and shoot the fucking Colossals. This is going to go piss poor. I hate to tell you. Oh god, they just see a giant wall of steam steadily coming towards them. It's like The Fog. Anyone that's ever seen The Fog or the Mist movies? Those are scary ass movies. I think it was I can't remember which one it was. I think both of them are technically based on a Stephen King short story or something, but like the one with the sad twist ending at it, but like where they're in the grocery store and everything. I love that movie and hate that movie all for the same reasons because of that twist ending, but like with this mysterious like fog comes into town and there's monsters in the fog. This is essentially that. Just the monsters are pretty big, which there were some large ones in the movie. But anyway, this designate the ground. How do you designate the ground when you're in the water? Okay. Oh, you can start to see like the individual titans start to like. God, they're pumping out some steam, ain't they? And there's just a line of the fleet, just like you would have. Okay, now this is stupid. This is a bad position to be in. They're like less than a mile from like the shore. Shouldn't they have taken this a little bit further out? And maybe have done like staggering waves so that if one wave didn't work, you still had some backups. And you know, I think that would have been the better option instead of just having everybody right here But then instead of like trying to hold them back further out to sea, even if you did this like single line, wouldn't that made more sense? Because it would have bought even more time for people to hopefully get further away and, stop the inevitable at that point. But still, kind of like, I don't get you people. Okay, he's giving the signal to fire, and they're all just... I think most of them are just fucking hitting the water. So are they underneath the water? They have to be. So these missiles and anti-Titan like missiles and torpedoes, they really should be using torpedoes, to be honest. Because yeah, those they're fucking swimming. They're literally swimming. Okay, that's unexpected. We can just see the stuff just exploding all around them. I don't think they're even being hit. If they are, it's like not really doing anything. But yeah, torpedoes might have been a better option. Or hell, they probably don't even have a tactical nuke, do they? But yeah. So they're still firing. It's doing nothing. I'm just surprised that they're even swimming. I mean, that would have been faster, sure. But I figured they were walking on the bottom of the ocean this whole time. That made the most sense to me, anyway. But, yeah. Anyway, so they're kind of just looking on from the ship to see if it's working. And, oh god, that dark shadow is very ominous. Is it going to tip the boat over, or is it just going to keep going? They see it and they're like, oh, shit. The steam is going to roast them alive. And the steam cloud just keeps getting closer. It's made it past all the ships. Yeah, they've lost. They've got aircraft armaments. They're on the docks, and the Titans are coming out of the water now. Though, to be honest, they shouldn't be that high up out of the water at this point. How shallow... This is stupid. Like, I know these are colossal Titans and everything, but, like, they have to be way bigger than the colossal Titan. Excuse me. Titan shifter, you know? Because, like, with how deep the water would have to be for the size of ships that have, been, docking here. And this is still a ways out, mind you, from the dock. So it's like, how tall are these things? I mean, some of them vary in size, or they're just further away in this angle. But, like, they are massive colossal Titans, and it's just a little inconsistent, But yeah, they're just kind of they're already this far out of the ocean. I don't get it. It's a cool scene, don't get me wrong. And now we got some of them starting to come out of the ocean, and you just see the ships just like churning and flipping and going full Titanic with it. This is a cool panel, I'm not gonna lie. And then you see the anti aircraft guns firing at them, which, I mean, if the cannons on the ships weren't going to do anything, then those aren't going to do anything. They're, a bit weaker, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not good with weapons and, like, the calibers and, the full firepower of them. The soldiers are starting to flee. They're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. As they flee into the city, the Titans are just getting closer. Oh, Lord. There's Eren. He is a big boy. Also, it looks just like bones, to be honest, at this point. Is there even any flesh in there? But he just towers over them, which is still baffles me that he got that big. But yeah, like he just dwarfs them. He's like bigger than like like this is on a scale like, you know how like they say like, oh, it like makes adults look like children, that kind of dwarfing of in size. But it's like, no, they're like, he is the child and these are his toys. They are action figures compared to him. And then you just see him, and it looks like, because the way his hair is and with, God, those ears, he's gone full evil elf. um that has to be, but yeah, it kind of looks like blood's running down his face, but it's just his hair. The attack titan. Yep, you guys better keep running. I mean, you won't get far. I swear, his face has just become full on evil at this point. I love it. I love it to death. Um, and now he's thinking about, aw, I forgot, was it Franz, Hans? I forget, the guy that was part of the, like, oh, what did they call them? Like the stationary reserve, whatever, the ones that work on the wall, the ones that have the rose symbol. Um, when he saved Eren that day, since that day, he's just screaming without stopping even once. He kept moving forward. And yeah, and he just keeps moving forward with that skeletal looking body. I mean, is there even any flesh there? Interesting. Is this the end of the chapter? I'm guessing it is. But yeah, you just see these titans, and in the mist of their, steam, you have Eren just in the back, and like, he's this far away and he was still that towering over them. I love it. I love it when things get so big and then it just like, it's like everyone's just ants. And it's like, no one wants to be ants. Yep, that was the end of the chapter. Okay. That was an interesting aspect to this. Just, the fleet is gone. So the Titans cannot be stopped, at least by traditional means, Conventional military force did nothing. Like I said, torpedoes might have been a better option, but even then, I'm not really sure if even that would have really done anything. At best, it would have slowed them down, dismembered them a little bit. Maybe if you took out their arms and legs, it would take them a while to regenerate, and that would have halted their progress. But that's if you did that to every single one of them, and I doubt you could have done that to Eren. So yeah. And him by himself, he's like literally just a massive kaiju at this point. So, like, he alone could probably do quite a bit of damage while his army of colossals heal, so. But yeah, so a lot of flashbacks, kind of like, getting his motivations. I'm thinking he planned, like, that little baby we saw in that weird page a while back where we didn't know what was going on. I think that's Eren reborn. Because, like, if he's... like, he mentioned that he would manipulate Historia's memories with the Founding Titan if she, didn't want to progress with these plans and everything and live with the guilt. It's completely possible with the Founding Titan he could just transfer his consciousness into her unborn child, which very well might be his own child. That's not confirmed or denied yet, which would then explain why it looks so much like him as a baby. And I mean, maybe that's also part of it. Like, maybe if it's kind of going into this weird theory of Eren reborn, is that when he does this, like, normally he can manipulate people's memories and stuff with the Founding, no problem. But what if, when it's someone that's biologically related, that's when he can actually implant his own, like, full mindset and memories and everything all at once? And then with it being a baby, that makes even more sense because the baby doesn't have like a full personality yet. It doesn't have memory, so the brain is about as fresh as you can possibly get. It's completely empty, and then it just means he can fully just inset himself in there, and then, eventually just grow up and live the life, that he's set out for himself, with all of his life experiences and everything. And, he'd be like a prodigy, technically. And that's kind of scary. God knows what he would do with that kind of second life, and who's to say that would be the only time he did that? Would he live forever? Will he become Eren the Immortal? I don't know, but we will have to see. But yes. So, yeah. There's still a ways out, it seems like. So, I'm guessing probably next chapter they'll probably make it to Marley. But by then, a good portion of Marley, if not all of Marley, will be destroyed. I mean, they're right there on the coast at this point, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of destruction regardless of when the ship arrives, so they're just going to be surveying with that plane and be like, yeah, I don't know what's left. That's going to be horrific to see. But I'm going to love it. Because I love these kind of spectacles. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Anything that you saw that I didn't see. Anything I misunderstood. Please let me know down below. Check out my other content. See what you like. Suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social medias, so that you can stay in the loop for my content, but also have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch, on Twitch, where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel. Go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, the Titans have arrived! Bum-bum.